Thank you very much. We will now take questions, and we will start with Politico.
Thank you very much. I'm Lily from Politico. I have a question for both Admiral Bauer and for General Cavoli. The question is, given this new era of collective defense with the new regional plans and the new force model, what is your message to the allies, the majority of allies who still don't meet the 2% GDP target for defense investment? And do you think that it is feasible to implement the new plans in a situation, in a setting where not all allies meet the 2% target? Thank you.
There's two different things. So first is that the regional plans and the four structural requirements that come out of it is basically the result of thinking that started with two threats, which is Russia and the terrorist groups. And then we looked together at what do we need to do to actually deter and defend against those two threats. And the regional plans are a follow-up on the deter and defend strategy, and it's more and more detailed per region now. So we know more and more, and in more detail, what we need to do to actually be able to do that. And the next step then is and that's the four structural requirements, is that as a result of those plans, we will now be able to define which capabilities we need in all domains, space, cyber, land, air, maritime, to actually execute those different tasks. So, in the end, the alliance, if all the nations are collectively doing what they have agreed with NATO, then we are able to properly deter and defend those two threats. So, this is the first time that we have an objective way from the threat to the investment targets, so to say, of the nations. And I think that's a big change. And I think that will help to convince the nations to actually do what they have agreed with NATO. But of course, if nations need more time, or nations have less money, or there's all sorts of things that happen along the way, then it will have an impact of reaching that ideal situation. So the executability of the plans is the result of not only the investments, but it's also on the forces that need to be available in the right number and with the right readiness. It is, of course, the command and control. It is the authorities for the Supreme Allied Commander Europe. It is the plans in even more detail than they are presented and discussed today. And then, of course, it is the capabilities. So